the one with the dot has movement. The one without the dot has no, is mostly still and dead. This is why the reason sometimes I like to have the dot, because it makes the painting alive.
Come alive.
Yeah. One time there's a joke. There is a lady from Indonesia, and it was a student show. It was a 4 season, and almost every season has a dot. And then she loved the set of 4 season from my student, but she particularly do not like other season with dot. They say it's the only dot with the snow, the winter. So she said, "Can you get rid of all this?"
Scrape it off.
Hey. They just asked something so weird. This is much easier. Now, not in the front, sort of the back's the back. Okay. And then the bird, the flying bird. And then that's all done. You could paint any colors, but if you paint white, just fine. But the white seems to be too close to the blossom, so I use a little yellow. And you don't want black bird. So places with some place a little darker, it will show because of the yellow color. There are not places where it's in white, like here or any place they are light. One or two just fine. And then a little black show part of the wing and tails and head and tails, like that. Okay. Oh. Also, you could use some dots for the rocks, like this. Now, the tree trunk, you can use the browns as well. It's up to you, or you can leave it just like that. Those are the last thing you do, okay? I don't know where you're gonna get the tiles back home.
We go to a tile store.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna take yours.
That was the advantage of 2 people bringing their cars.
Why do you think we brought the cars?
What we were really concerned is where can we get the pestle and mortar?
Oh,
Larger
here,
ones.
you can get it here.
Can we?
Yeah.
There's a store close by that sells these.
But I don't know they have that many.
Well,
You get them at home too.
Had a few.
I have never seen this size. With that are not glazed inside.
Inside.
You want them not glazed inside.
This
That's the
size,
size
Yeah.
for us.
This size is good, but those are too big.
Mhm.
This is big. But the one I don't know whether they have available.
We
The
won't need
Japanese
as,
store is about $2,
yeah,
but
we,
in other store about
five,
$5.
yeah. We probably don't need as many as you have. We probably only need a few because we don't have very many powdered colors,
You need at least
3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay, that's done.
All right.
That's
Oh,
Nice.
Wow.
Mm.
so beautiful.
Put it over. The black dot.
Black
things
dots.
a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just like the white dots.
Yes.
Yeah, become moss.
Okay, anyway.
Straight on.
Those trees. And then I'm going to introduce today about the pine tree, which is right there. Okay. Before we paint mountains. I cleaned out my drawer last night. Yeah, I have it for a very, very long time. And then it become unabsorbent.
Oh, really?
So when you keep it too long,
It doesn't work the same way.
yes. But sometimes it's good to, if it's too absorbent, you leave it there for, let's say, one year
Year.
and then try
And try it.
and see how much different it. And sometimes it's good to keep it for a while before you use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually for wash and for painting landscape. Yeah. Okay, and need the pine tree, just the pine, all the pine tree, most of the pine tree. I think it's underneath.
Yes, we turned it upside down if you went.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Now I show I don't have any patience for this, so I did this. Now how did I do this? Okay, now yes, I always find a easier way that I don't have to struggle. Now it's easier to open your brush. Large.
I like them.
I have
always
no
looking
patience
for the
for that
short
either.
I don't either, I
Too.
just don't do pine.
I don't either.
Well, if you make a template, then you have it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is what they call traditional, but those are more close to the real tree.
Yes.
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 Especially in the distance.
Yeah. Well, and especially here in the Great Northwest, that's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look like a Chinese forest.
Yeah.
This is why I live here, because the nature,
Yes.
but it keep changing. They keep destroying.
Mm-hmm.
The Chinese pine trees and the pine trees over here are very different. The one in Huangshan pine tree,
Yes.
We've been
they
there.
are-
We've been
and
there.
We
they're
were just
very
there.
different also.
Yes.
Now, it's like an umbrella.
Yes.
But the trees over here at in BC, they show the top, okay, and mostly like that. If you go to Whistler, you can see this as
Yeah.
well.
Yes.
I've been to Whistler. Yeah. Yes.
They are like that. Okay, that's why I would paint just most of my trees like this. We're gonna do that in the winter scenes as well, and the summer scene. Okay, now the dot. The only thing that I don't want you to do is like painting a Christmas tree. Okay, now it's quite. If you don't realize that you will paint a Christmas, you just don't. Okay, just don't do that. It should be doing. It should be like this instead of lining up. Okay, so the dot is one you can use as all size of brush that you are suitable with. Okay, now
Split.
depending on how you hold. Okay, holding like this, see which if it hold, if it a broader stroke, so you're holding like this. Now, every time try not to close. Okay, but avoiding closing is you do this. See, you will close. Okay, so those are the things that you avoid. Now, dotting, it should be dotting very light, not heavy. Now, if you find it, okay, they don't show much. It has to be two reasons. One is you're very light, or one that you have not enough
Not enough hair.
hair and
Ink.
inks. And then timing, okay, stay a little longer. It's depending on where they are when you need it. So now the only things I do not want you to see is when you have your brush apply too much water and then it
Solid, yeah.
do
No
a
air.
bit- it become it melt together, then it doesn't look really dry. Okay, that I really don't like to see them. It rather so once you put the stroke, but do not ever overlap. Only you can touch it with around it. Okay, and then they're exactly like this. Okay, so it's like a little fence, a little fence, a little fence. So when you dot something accordingly to this, and then you have to imagine that they are connecting with the branches. Okay, so you dot which the branches, not dotting like this. You see, it's become a big fence, and then so when I paint, normally what you see my hand is, and then some small dot, some big dot. It's never the same. Okay, and then use a little brush like this, and then sometimes if it's too dry like this, do not fill it up. Just wet your flat brush and then go over it, and then that will take care of the problem. Okay. Is that helpful?
Oh, yeah.
You can paint, you can dot the pine needle first, and then paint at the branch later, or you can do the opposite way. It doesn't matter. Okay, now. Okay, no question, right? Good, good. And more, you can select. When I have a photocopy machine, and then what I did is I just print the outline of the trees. No dot. Then I would show them how to dot the tree. This is how this is. You see, those are photocopy machine from the printing color. Those are real inks. So you can see how that I apply dot over at the tree. Now, this kind of tree is more like the Chinese pine trees. Okay. Now I will.
They're a little more scraggly, not quite so uniform.
Yeah. Now this is
The underpainting.
mostly North America.
Yeah.
Here's a tree. Now this.
It's more Chinese.
Yeah. The pine trees